Heyo everybody, Haku here with this season's video that I usually do where I'm going to talk about all the shows airing next season. I watched the PVs for pretty much all of them except for like second seasons of things I haven't seen so that I wouldn't spoil myself anyway. So yeah, I'm going to talk about all of them and talk about which ones I plan to watch and which ones I plan to review. First off, before I start, sorry about spring season. I just got on the one hand, April for me and most of May, to be honest, was like super busy. So because of how busy that was, I didn't really have time to keep up with anime. And in addition to that, nothing really stood out to me as being super special during spring. I held off on watching Kimetsu no Yaiba because that's one thing that did look really good. So I'm saving that for if I ever get a chance, if I ever get time to add an extra video per week to the channel, I can review that sometime later on. So I made sure that I didn't watch Kimetsu no Yaiba for that reason. And I think of the few things I did watch the first episode or first few episodes of, my favorite of them was probably Fruits Basket. I think that was my favorite one that I watched the first few episodes of. But either way, the way I'm going to do this is the red ones are ones that, at least for right now, I'm not going to say anything for the future, but at least for right now, I don't think I'm going to watch. Yellows are kind of maybes, even if I do watch them, I'm not going to watch them week to week. I'm just going to wait and marathon them when they're done or something. Green are ones that I do plan to try to get to week, and the blue are going to be the two that I've decided to review. But of course, like always, if you comment down there and tell me your thoughts on things, or tell me you want me to watch a certain thing, or you want me to review a certain thing, I will totally listen to what you have to say. Because some of the best ones that I've watched have been ones that have been recommended that at first I was like, I don't know if I'm going to watch them, but then somebody recommended them and they turned out to be great. So yeah, also for some of the ones that I'm not watching, I'm still going to even if it's something that I'm not interested in, but I think it's something that you might be interested in, I'll still give some sort of description and stuff. But for ones I'm not watching, I know I can get somewhat long-winded talking about every single show that's going to be airing, so I'll try to keep my thoughts short on some of them. So yeah, either way, let's get to talking through this. I'm excited for this season, and I am super excited for next season too. Both this season and next season look pretty stacked. They look pretty good. And it's another thing that I've realized is I just don't have time to do a bazillion anime per season. So I've kept it to 10 that I want to watch weekly and 2 I want to review. But like I said, more could totally be added to that list if I'm told particularly to watch anything good. But Storm U third season, haven't seen any of the first 2, so that's why I'm not watching it. Katsute Kami da Kemonotachie. So it's by Mappa, and you all know, if you've watched my videos, that I am a huge Mappa fanboy, one of my favorite studios. I think I've even called them Studio of the Year for 2 years in a row. This year, other than I believe they did Dororo, which was great, but other than Dororo, I don't know if I've really been feeling many Mappa shows this year. And this one in particular, I don't know, it just didn't look very good. The quality wasn't the normal quality level for Mappa anime. And the story itself seemed a bit generic. Now, this didn't seem bad by any means. It just didn't seem like the best, and with time being limited, only 24 hours in a day, I just decided, maybe I'm just going to skip this one. Watasho Warera Shorobutsu Aigo Inkai. So this one has basically no information on it when I was looking up PVs and different information on things, but it looks like it's maybe a kid's anime. I can't tell. It's got this art style that's sort of, I don't want to call it cheap, but it's got a cartoony art style to it. So yeah, skipping on that. Tejina Senpai seems like your typical, we get a lot of these every season pretty much, the sort of ecchi, fan servicey short form anime. Now, I'm usually not a huge fan of those, but this one looks really cute, so I'm just going to give it a chance maybe at some point and see how it works out. If anything, if it's only, it says it's 12 minutes, I was going to say if it's only a couple minutes per week, that's really nothing to just check out and try to watch. So Nandesk is a short form. It looks really, really funny. Its PV was one of the few to make me, like, legitimately laugh, and I was like, okay, this looks really funny. So I want to try to watch it week to week because it looks funny. It's about a bunch of girls that survived a plane crash trying to survive together on a deserted island. And that idea, I came to realize while watching the trailer, I was like, okay, this is clearly just an obvious gag comedy. But at the same time, like, I would love to see like a dark and serious anime with that same sort of idea, the same sort of trapped on a deserted island idea, except just more sort of serious. I think that would actually make for a really good show. Neko Neko Nihonchi 4th season, I haven't watched the first 3. Kanata no Astra looks really good, actually. That's one of those that I put as maybe, but if like the first episode or 2 comes out and it's looking like it's something that's really good, I'm totally going to check this one out, maybe even watch it week to week, because it does look really good. I really like the PV for it. And then let me move these up so that my face cam isn't hiding it. We got Dumbbell 9 Kilo Moteru. If you've been following the channel for a while and watch a lot of my videos, the manga for this series is something that's been on my potential read-through list for a long time. So now that the anime's coming out, I'm going to watch it weekly. And depending on how the first episode or 2 goes, I might even add it on as a 3rd series to review, just to do something different other than sort of the action-y shonen stuff that you'll see in a minute, just to throw in some comedy there too. So, I might end up reviewing it, but I'm totally going to be watching it week to week. It's something that I've been wanting to get to for forever, but I haven't got to the manga yet. Just haven't had that kind of time. Mao-sama Retry, the art style looks so much like ReZero, like so much. I don't know if it's by the same light novel sort of people or if a lot of the anime staff is the same, but the designs and everything look very ReZero-ish. Like, that's totally Rem or Ram, but with yellow hair. As far as it goes, it looks like just your generic isekai. We see the same exact thing again and again. And, you know, pretty much all isekai are the same. And you know that I love isekai. I watch, like, pretty much every isekai show every season. But I can say they're basically all the same. A lot of them kind of blur and blend together in my head. But this reminds me a bit of the Isekai Mao Toshokan no Shoujo Dore Majutsu. And there was another one that was somewhat similar to that too that this kind of reminds me of. So yeah, it's just your generic isekai. Might end up watching it. We'll see how things go, what kind of time I have. This one, Uchi no Musume, I'm going to leave it at that because that's a long title. This is one I've seen a lot of people posting art for. It's about an adventurer in a fantasy world finding a little girl and raising her as his daughter. And it looks adorable, really cute. I was expecting it to be one of those like Uchi no Meigo Sugiru, where it was a series that's not a super serious series, but it has this weirdly high detail animation. I was incorrect. The animation looks pretty like middle of the lane. So we'll see how it ends up. If people are really talking about it and saying it's good, I might try it week to week. If not, I might wait and then marathon it when it's over, but we'll see. Joshikose no Mudazukai. It seems like it's really funny. I think it seems like it's really funny from the PV, but one thing I can also say about it, there wasn't too much information given in the PV, so I'm not sure what to think about it on that end. And another thing, the character designs are really, really bland. There is not much special going on with the character designs. So again, it's a maybe. Dr. Stone is another strong maybe. I know a lot of people are going to get on to me for this one, because it's incredibly highly popular, but I just really don't like the character designs and art style, and I know people are going to get on my case. It's Boichi. How do you not like the character designs and art style, but that's what turns me off from it. I really like when they're like, oh, everyone's been turned to stone, and then someone thaws out of the stone, and they have to figure out what's going on. I'm like, oh, that sounds like a really good premise. And then they all look like they had the goofiest anime designs, and it's hard to take it seriously for me. So that's why it's a solid maybe, not a solid yes. Um, Now, the first of the ones I'm reviewing weekly, Enen no Shobutai or Shobotai or Fire Force. I'm just going to call it Fire Force because that's way easier and it's what's on all the manga volumes. I haven't actually read the manga. The PV looks amazing, though. This looks like it could be the next Boku no Hero Academia when it comes to being some big mainstream hit. I totally think that this could be a big mainstream show. It looks so good when it comes to just the quality of it. And as I was watching it, it reminded me the whole time. I'm like, come on, it makes me miss Soul Eater so much. I was a huge Soul Eater fan, so it made me miss it so much seeing this anime's designs. But the designs actually look somewhat like a cross between Soul Eater and Boku no Hero Academia. It has a very Hero Academia type of art style to it. So I'm super excited for it, and I'm going to be reviewing it week to week. Next up is Granbelm. Now, the character designs look really, really good. The magic parts of it look really, really cool. But there's kind of these mechas that the magical users control, and that part of it's kind of weird, but I don't know, the production quality of it and just the intrigue involved and the concept makes me want to watch it weekly, so I'm going to be sticking with Granbelm weekly too. Next, Araburu Kisetsu no Otome Domo Yo. Okay, so this one's one that's probably going to be it could be really popular because the production quality looks really high. It looks kind of like an artsy story, and I like artsy stories. But the type of romance that it looks like it is, I say this a lot in these videos when I talk about coming anime. I'm very, very selective when it comes to romance and anime, because some of my favorite anime ever romance, but romance is very, very often very bad. It is very often not good in anime. So I'm very selective with it, and this just as good as it looks visually, everything about the story description just turns me away from it. So that's where I am with that. And then Lord El Malloy, the rest of it's part of the sort of grander Fate universe. Now, I've only watched, I think, maybe Fate Zero, because I've tried to get into the series. So I will probably watch this eventually, once I am caught up with wherever the series is. It's just something where I'm not caught up yet, so I'm not going to be watching it anytime soon until I am caught up. Another Symphogear season, so I haven't watched any of the previous. This looks like maybe a kids anime. Again, there wasn't a ton of information that I could get on it, so I'm gonna say no, because I don't know, just kids anime isn't my thing. With the rare exception of something really good like the Latent Detective Catriel show. That was a really good kids anime, but other than that, usually not my thing. Next, this is a yellow verging on green, honestly. Naka no Hito Genome. I thought it seemed like a survival game at first, but then the PV made it seem a lot more comedic than I was expecting. I was expecting it to just be this dark, gritty survival game type show, but then it was very comedic, so I'm not sure what to think about it. So I might end up watching it week to week. Like I said, yellow verging on green, and beside it is a yellow verging on red. The PV, when I watched it, I was like, okay, this doesn't make me think I want to watch the show, but it also doesn't make me think I don't want to watch the show. So I'm really not sure what to think about Restage Dream Days. So, again, I'll have to see if I get time and feel like watching it or not. Next up, Ensemble Stars. Not really interested in it. It's kind of like You know those series where there's a guy who's in charge of something, whether it be like a sports team or an idol group, and he's just surrounded by cute girls, and then occasionally we get the opposite of that, where it's a girl and she's surrounded by cute guys. This is one of those. So, not my thing. It's usually not really my thing either way, but again, sometimes they can be good. Second season of Takagi-san. I know it's super popular, but gosh, just the idea. It seems like there's a lot more shows coming out with this premise lately, where it's like I don't, there's a word for it even, I think, in Japanese, but where it's about the girl that just teases the guy, and it's kind of this really friggin' weird romance, and yeah, everything about that just turns me away from it, which is sad because I love the character design. Huge foreheads, adorable. Business fish, not my type of thing. No thanks. I don't know anything about the line sticker series or anything, so yeah. Vinland Saga looks amazing. The quality of it looks insane. You can see the Wit Studio influences in it looking a lot like Attack on Titan at some parts, but in my opinion, a lot of it looks better than Attack on Titan. Like, the movement in a lot of the fight sequences looks so, like, realistic, I guess. And there's a lot of it that reminds me a lot of Berserk, the manga at least, in how detailed a lot of the fight sequences look. So I'm super excited for Vinland Saga. Don't think I'm going to review it week to week, but I am extremely excited for it. Then BEM looks really, really cool, about monsters trying to become human by acting as agents of justice. The character designs look cool. The setting looked really neat and interesting, so I'm excited to give it a shot. Seventh season of something that I don't even think I've ever heard of. No Bakugan, of course, kids anime. And I didn't even grow up with Bakugan. That was after my time as a kid. And then there's this one comedy, Kawaii Keraba Hentai Devo Ski na Nate Kuremasu ka. Now, I've watched a lot of shows with a similar premise to this, but I don't know. This one in particular just didn't stand out as something that I wanted to watch. It didn't seem all that funny, whereas I've seen some shows with basically the same premise that have been really funny. So I just decided, again, limited time, not gonna spend time on it. Next up, Kochoki Wakagi Nobunaga. It looks like, see, this is what I get. Sometimes it's, look at the description. A series is a historical drama aesthetically and boldly adapting the life of Oda Nobunaga in his teens up to his time as a warlord against his brother Nobuyuki. There seems to be a lot of anime based on Oda Nobunaga, but the thing is, I can never really get into these historical anime where it's like, oh, it's going to be a historical adaptation, and then you see these goofy-ass, colorful designs, and just the fighting in it. After seeing the PV for Vinland Saga, where the fighting looked so detailed and realistic, just seeing the sort of soldiers crash into each other animation of something like that was like, no, I can't watch that at the same time, or else every episode I'm just going to be noticing the difference in quality. Ari Fretta. I thought I've heard that title before, so I thought that this would maybe be a second season, but I guess not. It's a maybe. It's again seemingly your very, very general, typical Rising of the Shield hero, or what's the one isekai? Not isekai smartphone. Death March isekai. It looks very much like either of them. One of those type of isekai shows. Again, I watch a lot of isekai, so a lot of them blend together, and I can tell how similar a lot of them are. So it seems like it's going to be one of those. Like, all isekai are the same, but there's kind of like this slider scale, and this is going to be more toward those two on the slider scale, where the other one from earlier was kind of toward like isekai Mao on the slider scale. Copcraft seems super friggin' cool though. It's basically an isekai buddy cop. So basically an isekai world, like a fantasy world, and the real world have a portal connecting them. So there's a city where like residents of both worlds live and all that craziness. And so it's a buddy cop series with a real world cop and a knight from the fantasy world. So it looks amazing. I want an isekai buddy cop. It looks great. I love the idea. Just the concept of it sounds great. Isekai cheat magician. Also, just your typical isekai. Reminds me a lot. I know that Rokudanashi, Akashic Records, whatever, isn't really a that's not really an isekai, but it reminds me a lot of that series in some ways. But yeah, your typical isekai. One thing that makes me interested in this one is that in addition to the male protagonist, there's also a female protagonist. And that's something where, like, I have seen a million isekai where there's just, again, they're all the same. This loser guy from some walk of life, whether teens or 30s, gets transported or reincarnated to the isekai world, and he's surrounded by cute girls and everything, or occasionally not. But I'd actually like to see an isekai where a female main character goes over. And I mean like a good action-focused isekai where a female character goes over and stuff. Not just female character goes over and is surrounded by cute guys, because I'm pretty sure I've seen those before. Yeah, that's what makes me somewhat interested in that, is that there's a female protagonist as well as the male one. Given looks really, really interesting. It's a shonen ai, or a boy's love, a yaoi without the sex. So obviously I'm not really going to be interested in it in that way, but it looks really good as a romance. So I'm thinking about maybe giving it a try. I might wait and marathon it, I'm not sure, but it does look really good as a romance. Machikado Masaku looks cute. I love the general idea of the devil having to fight against the Light Clan Shrine Maiden, and it's just a slice of life comedy basically. Looks really cute, and I like these sort of slice of life comedies based around magical elements. Those are always really, really fun for me to watch. And now we've made it to Towaru Kagaki no Accelerator, the other series that I'm planning to review weekly. You know, I'm a huge Index fan. I've never read the Accelerator manga. Accelerators is one of my favorite characters in Index, so I'm super excited to see what's going to go on with it. So yeah, that's basically all there is. I'm going to review it weekly because I'm a huge fan of the franchise. And then next up, oh god, the title is really small, Mom Isekai. I forgot. It's Okasan Online, some people are calling it. So cute. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for Mom Isekai. So, guy gets transported to the fantasy world, but his mom comes with him, and it turns out she's the OP main, well, not really the main character, but she's kind of the sort of stereotypical OP Isekai transport character. So, I'm super excited to see it. It's probably gonna look great, It looks great. It's probably going to be great. I'm super excited to watch it weekly. I've been waiting for this one for a while, actually, because I love the concept. And you know what? We just need more anime moms, you know? Next up, another Danmachi season? Yep. Haven't watched the previous seasons, though the series does look really interesting to me. I'd love to catch up and watch it, though. Aikatsu Friends, again, I actually think some people have said I would like Aikatsu Friends. So at some point, maybe I would try to catch up to it, but I'm not. Cardfight Vanguard, kids anime, no thanks. Carolyn Tuesday is still airing. I haven't been able to watch it, but I really, 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 really want to as soon as I have time. Domino Ace Act 2, didn't watch the first part, and I'm not a big sports anime guy. Duel Masters, same as some of the other kids anime for me. Except, I think Duel Masters was around when I was a kid. I think I have some Duel Masters cards, or maybe I'm thinking of something else. And then Fairy Tail, I was a huge Fairy Tail fan for a long time. It's just I don't have enough time to keep up with the anime now that the manga's ended. So, yeah, once the manga was ended, I was like, okay, I'm good with Fairy Tail. I'm about done. So I haven't watched any of the new anime stuff since the manga ended. first season of Fruits Basket. Like I said, I'd love to finish it as soon as I have some time, and it's gonna be continuing to air on for a bit. I wonder if it's gonna be a full 2 course. Kimetsu no Yaiba, again, I think if I ever get time, I'd love to review it weekly on the channel. So I'm going to hold off on it, try not to get spoiled for too much, until I have time so I can review it weekly at some point. I watched the first couple episodes. It was pretty bad, honestly. I didn't think it was very good, but for some reason I feel like I've watched so much already that I need to finish it. So it's still on the maybe list because of that. Mix, no thanks, it's a leftover. More leftovers that are no thanks. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. So let me go back up to the top really quick and hide the skipping ones. Alright. Okay. It's taking a while to load for whatever reason. Alright, so here's the ones I'm planning really quick, skimming over again. The ones I plan to watch, the ones I maybe plan to watch, and the ones I'm going to review. The ones I'm definitely planning to watch week to week, so Nandeska, Dumbbell no Nankilo Motoru. I'd love to actually review this week to week if I have time on top of the other two. Fire Force is the one I'm most excited for. I think it looks amazing. Granbelm looks great too. Vinland Saga looks amazing. BEM looks great. Copcraft, I love the idea of it. Machikado Mazaku looks like it's going to be funny. Towaru Kagaku no Accelerator, I'm a massive fan of the franchise, so of course I'm going to stick with it. And then Okasan Online. I'm so ready for it. It looks adorable. Ready for more anime moms. So yeah, that's it. I tried to keep it as short as possible while still going over everything and my thoughts on why I was or wasn't going to watch them. Sorry if it did go a bit long. I guess in addition to telling me, like, if you think, hey, you should give this a shot, or no thanks, maybe, you say you're going to watch this, but trust me, I've read the source material, you're not going to like it. If you have any suggestions in that way, do it, but also if you have any suggestions when I do these seasonal anime videos, do you want me to talk more about certain series and their premises, or do you want me to sort of just take the ones that I'm not planning to watch at all and just skip over them? Like, if you have any sort of thing you want me to do to make these videos better, then just ask. Or, yeah, just ask and I can take it under advisement. And also, the site I'm using is livechart.me, so yeah, definitely check that out if you want something, and I'm not being paid to say this, of course, not sponsored or anything by them. But if you want a place to help keep track of what you're watching or what's going on season to season, I found it's a really, really good resource. So yeah, livechart.me if you want to use whatever this site is. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of this. Oh yeah, one more thing before I end the video. For the first week or two, I might be a little bit late on the reviews. We'll see how things go. But then once I sort of get into things with however the new schedule is going to work out because of adding new things, once I really get into it, then the reviews should be up as soon as the episodes come out, pretty much. Like, as soon as I have time to watch them, go over them, take notes, and do a review, they'll be up once I get into it. So yeah, that's it. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for everything. Follow on Twitter if you want, and I can try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel or talk to you there. And if you want a link to our Discord server to talk to me or more of us there, just ask and I can give you a link. That's it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.